So I was kind of going through, I used to think that every time I went a week or two without writing that I somehow lost it and I was never going to be able to do it again. And as I got older, I guess I realized that it doesn't necessarily work like that. So I stopped panicking, and I knew that if I wasn't writing, stuff was incubating all the time. I was just in a taking in period, and it would come out when it was ready. So one day, it had been a dry spell, I hadn't written anything in a while, and I saw somebody do like little Roman numeral stanzas. They weren't really related, but somehow when you put them all together, they made a poem. And I thought, that seems kind of cool. And it was Sunday, and Sundays usually like my down point of the week. I'm not a big fan of Sundays. So I said, well, I'm going to try this. So I decided to call it Something About Sunday. And I wrote 13 little Roman numeral stanzas. And I really liked it. That was kind of cool. So then I didn't write anything, and then it was Sunday again. I thought, well, maybe I'll try that again. So I wrote a poem, and I called it Something Else About Sundays. And I kind of liked that too. And so it just started happening that every Sunday I was writing one of these poems. It was really the only thing I was writing. And I guess around 4 or 5 in, I decided it'd be kind of cool to write 30 and put them in a book and call it A Month of Sundays. And so I did that.
I bought that book.
Last month. And when I decided to make it into a book, I thought it would be cool to kind of make it look like a calendar. And so the pages are all divided into blocks, like a calendar. And there's 31. I was never sure if I was going to do 30 or 31. I got to 30 and stopped, but then on the anniversary date of the date I started, I thought I'd write one more and kind of bookend it. So I'm really proud of this because when I started it, you really don't know what's going to happen in 7 months of your life. A lot of upheaval happened in my life, and it got captured in this book because I made a commitment. There were Sundays when I did not want to write. I didn't want to write the poem because I knew I was going to have to write about things that had happened. And but I made myself do it, and I'm really proud of it. So I'm going to read a poem from here. It's called Save Me from Sunday. 1. I sit amongst the shells. It's winter coming, but the ocean doesn't know it yet. People whisper more than talk. The sky changes from white to gray and back again. And I'm left with this scent on my clothes, or is it on my skin? I'm left with arm prints that wrap around me. The sound of melodrama ringing in my ears. Boys who collapse on cue and girls who laugh predictably. 2 hours I waited for the key to my freedom. But that guard is unreliable and swings his keys with a cocky grin. I scheme on ways to lock him away once I'm gone for good. He drives me to these thoughts. Sucked into the city lights, big dreams, drunk eyes, shotgun sounds, sidewalk fights, jazz and junk for sale on every corner. Tapping out the rhythm for the wide-eyed foreigners, but no one sees me. No one knows I'm there. Once my brother traveled down south on a roundabout way to hide from the law. North Carolina didn't suit him, and he ended up sleeping on my couch in the velvet gutter Cajun clean city, coming apart at the seams. I didn't know him, and he didn't know me, but I needed some family. I sleep in broken seashells, Mississippi sand sprinkled across my sheets, a penance for wanting a life underwater, for wandering too far from home. I remember the bonfires at the beach, how we'd go see the whales as they passed through to warmer waters. It seems I'm trapped in these flashback fortunes. I need distance to be able to breathe. Ironic then to imagine how the miles between you and I is slowly killing something inside me. My eyes rebel against the wake. I think of tripping through another Monday on 2 hours sleep. I wonder how far I could drive on a third of a tank of gas. The priest of poetry visited me in my sleep, said prayers over my quiet lips, and laid green leaves around the place I lay. He dipped his fingers in the wine and blessed my burning fingers. He promised to come again when the moon grew heavy with its baby pearls. I'm thinking about regret. I'm thinking about hitchhiking to Georgia and freezing in the back of a pickup truck all the way home, of chickens and foxes and princes and boxes and what turns a lie into truth. I woke up this morning to find the word trust carved into my clock. I was dizzy from lack of substance, from sleeping upside down, but the implication was still there. I'm letting the fence be trampled. When the stampede comes this time, I'm listening to unlikely teachers, hidden heroes. This time, I stand my ground. Is it double-edged, this life, where we swallow the disease and the cure in the same mouthful? I turn on the heater and the air conditioning and fall asleep with my eyes open.